G'day guys, welcome back. I'm going to do another swipe for you, also with white, but instead of doing the vertical stripes that way, I'm going to do the horizontal and swipe with white. So this is just a pre-used canvas, one I was practicing on, and yeah, we'll go again and see what the difference is, hey? I've got my white there to swipe with. Now they've all been mixed up with glue and water, 70% glue, 30% water, and they've all been mixed, one part of that pouring medium to one part of my global impasto paint. So this one is the Deep Space, the navy, and that one is called Peacock. It's a light aqua sort of a colour. And then this one is Southern Seas, just to throw in a little bit more bluish tone. And we have gold. Now the gold was mixed 1-to-1, one part pouring medium and one part paint. It has to be thicker. And this dark greeny blue one here is called Deep Sea. So those have all been mixed 1.5-to-1, except that's 1-to-1. My swipe colour is 2-to-1 because I want it to be a little bit thinner, so it just glides easily over the top of my other paints. I'm going to add the spot on silicone. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, I think will be sufficient. The one that oops, not the gold. This is the old batch of Global White. The new batch of Global is so thick. I don't know what's going on with Global. Yeah, it was just so thick, the new white. I had to make it 3-to-1, and then I didn't like the result of it being 3-to-1 because it was kind of too watery. Just not enough pigments, I think. Like, it was a good consistency, but because I had to dilute it so much, it just wasn't a good consistency. Okay. So no mound for the white. That one's pretty similar, not really a mound. No, more like a little pyramid really. That one's got a slight mound. I guess it could be a little bit thick. That one's a little bit thick. So I'm going to add just a tiny splash of water to that one. Must have thickened up as it was sitting there. Hasn't been sitting there very long. Okay, oh, and that's my white. And the old batch of white. Okay, now I'm going to move these over to the side so I don't knock anything over. And there we go. I'm going to leave the space at the top for the white to go. You better go up there, white, so I don't knock you over. Here comes the rain. I don't know why I'm pouring at this time of the night. It's coming up to 6 o'clock on a Sunday night. Like, MasterChef's going to start soon. I've got to get this over and done with, grab myself some dinner and sit down to watch MasterChef. Oh, speaking of TV, who's watching Stranger Things? Yay, it's back! I think I've watched the first 4 episodes today of the 3rd season. I'm trying to pace myself, but I can't. I don't have very good willpower. So yeah, 3 down today. It's really a kid's show, I think, really, isn't it? But hey, it's entertaining. I like it. I like all sorts of sci-fi type things. Alright, that's the peacock done. Let's try for a little bit of this beautiful green. Need a little bit up there as well, actually. I didn't actually measure my paints tonight. I just threw paint in a cup. I wasn't going to pour again tonight. I packed up and everything. And then I thought, oh, just one more, because I wanted to try this. A little bit of blue up there. I've got way too much paint now. I haven't even put the gold on yet. I made up a little bit of extra, well actually I didn't make it up, it's left over from the earlier pour. I wanted some navy on the top. See how all my navy's gone underneath? I wanted some more navy to go on the top, so I'm just going to do that. Otherwise I find it just gets lost, and I really like the navy. It's my favourite colour. So yeah, just want to make sure I've got enough of it in here. And some gold. Maybe if I kind of pour from up high, it might kind of blend a little bit. There we go. Don't need too much of it. Okay, now I'm going to just tilt. Oh my goodness, look at all that paint. I could have done 2 canvases with all of this. Silly, silly. Wasting it now, aren't I? Look at it all. Way too much paint. I don't know if I can pour some on another canvas. Catch it. Oh, it's too late now. Oh, too late now. I knew I was making up lots of paint. Whoops, gone a bit close to the top there. I have to get rid of that. I need to keep some area free there for my white paint. Use a clean cloth. Oh dear. No point putting paint back on where you want it to go off from. Let me move this down a bit. Just going to cover the bottom here. I need to get to that bottom corner there that hasn't got any paint yet. There we go, got that corner. Come back, need to get this corner. There it goes. Plenty of paint. Just going to center it again now. Move some of that light blue off. Okay. My goodness. See, this is why you should measure. Like, I know that this size canvas needs 1,000 grams of paint. I've probably got 1,400 here. It's just ridiculous having so much. I don't need it. Oops, now I'm going to be in trouble with too much up here again. I have to get some of that off. There we go. And there as well, it's kind of crept in. I'm just going to have to wipe that off. I've got a damp cloth. I do want my white stripe there. I didn't particularly want a straight line, but it's going to be a straight line now by the looks of it. Bubbles, pop, pop. Okay, got a little bit of space there for the white. Just put a bit more there so I've got an even amount of area left for my white. I hope I've left enough space for my white. Pour that along there. And back, I want it to flow over the back of the canvas. If I've missed any areas, that's okay. I'll go and touch it up later. At the back. Now I just do that to fill in the little lines. And then go back. Make sure I haven't got too much on it. Why are you bleeding green? Why are you doing that? Don't you give me grief now. All right, let's do this. I've got my little plastic sheet here, my file holder. And I'm not going to touch the very edge of the white. Just in a little bit. Just try and drag the white over the other colours. Try not to drag all the colours with you as you go. You just want the white to go over the top. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? Put my... Oh, it's here. I've got it ready. Look, a bit of paper towel. I've got it ready. I just forgot to put it there. All right, now that side's being used. I'm just going to turn that over and use the other side. Overlap a little bit. Is that dry? Don't know. Don't touch the very edge. Make sure you've got one foot in front of the other so that when you drag down, you can transfer the weight of your body from the front foot to the back foot so you don't fall over. It's always good. You don't want to be falling over in your studio. And then just the last little bit, my little half piece, just pop it there. I don't really like that there. It's because I've only used a small amount of it. I think I might try again. Maybe put a little bit more of the plastic onto it so I can actually get a better grip, so to speak. There we go. I don't know if that's any better. Okay. Now, before I tilt, just want to move some of that white over the edge there. Just like that. Just because I can. Doesn't matter if the whole thing doesn't go over. Just a little bit. Still got a bit of white there. A little bit of white there. Obviously I had a lot more paint in the middle, so that's gone over, but those haven't. But that's okay. Doesn't matter. Maybe, do I want to go over there? No, I probably can't because there's not enough paint here. I didn't want to go. Over there certainly did want to go. All right, let's get the torch and see what happens, hey? Looks like a nice covering of the white. Got some pretty cells coming up already. So just lightly, quite a few bubbles, but I can't really get close enough to pop those bubbles because I don't want to get that close to the surface. Hoping because I've done the horizontal layering of my colours that I'll get more multicoloured cells this time, because obviously the colours are pulling over other colours, so you're more likely to get multicoloured rings in your cells than you would if you were just doing those vertical stripes as I did in one of my previous white swipes. Loving that white stripe down the middle, but hey, I did overlap it. I probably shouldn't have overlapped it quite as much because I ended up pulling the white over twice. Look at these cells. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a bit close. So pretty. I'm kind of hoping it's going to look a bit like my coral reef pour that I did, but a reverse of that because, you know, it's got the white swipe. So, but I'm hoping that the cells are going to be similar. Because they were really pretty cells, those ones. So I'm certainly getting my individual cells here, not so many clusters, which is what I love. I don't really like getting the clusters. Looks like I'm going to have a white top there. You know, I think I've just taught myself something. I might do this in another pour. I'll turn that off so you can hear me. Look how pretty that is. How I tilted all that white off. And sometimes I do the reflection swipe where I have a line in the middle. But if I try and develop this style and pour across the top, and then after I've swiped, tip it off, then I get a really beautiful, clean finish. Well, except for this here, but I wasn't trying to do that initially. It was an afterthought. But if I actually try to do this effect and get that over the whole thing, I think I can. I think I can. A few more cells. I don't want it to take over. I do want some background because I like my background. I don't want just a mass of cells. Would like some background if possible. In the areas where you've got a lot of white, sometimes the cells take a little bit longer to come through. I just have to go over a little bit more or get a slight little bit closer, but not too close. I think that's... Oh, look at it! Oh my goodness! It's so pretty! Love, love, love it! Getting all those beautiful colours up from underneath. Alright, I think I'll leave it there. These cells will continue to grow a little bit, not a lot, but they will grow a little bit more. So I'm happy to give them room to grow. I guess I'm not that happy that I've got the white there, but I've got a bit of white there and I've got a bit of white there, and then I've got some more white in the middle. So it kind of balances it. But next time, as I said, I will try to get that whole, this on the whole section and tip everything off, tip that white. This paint here just wasn't moving as much, and I did tip a lot of paint off. So if I want to do that technique where I tip my swipe color off afterwards, I must remember to keep more paint on the surface because I tipped a lot off. So I think that was probably what I need to do. Put a lot on, tilt it, but don't take off as much as I normally would. Put the white on, swipe, tip the white off, and then I should have enough force of the paint still left on there to actually push all the white off, including those two corners. I think I'll try that. Yay! I think I've taught myself something new. Okay, I like that. Love that. I like that better than the other one. I mean, I do like the vertical, but I do prefer these ones more. All right, I'm going to take you down for a close-up so you can see this gorgeousness. Cells are so much prettier when they've been pulled across, the paint's been pulled across other paint rather than just one colour over the same colour, as when you do your vertical stripes with your vertical swipe. You've only got one colour coming down on top of another colour, so you don't get the multiple colours in your cells. If you don't know what I mean, watch the other swipe. You'll see the difference. Right, I'm going to take you down so you can see. Oops, that's a bit dark. So the cells are different cells to what you would get with a flip cup pour, because the mix is thinner. With a flip cup pour, my mix is much thicker, it's 1:1. So when the cells pop up, they pretty much stay where they're told to stay. With these ones, the mix is thinner, so when they pop up, they can move around a little bit more. So they do tend to stretch a little bit more. This is a really pretty corner, look at that. I've got the turquoise cells around the navy blue. We've got some gold there with multiple rings. Really pretty. Gold didn't show up a lot. It's kind of looking a little bit more green where it's mixing in with the blues and the other green, but you can still see little pops of it here and there. And then when it dries, you know, the gold will be shimmery. So there we go. Pretty pretty. I like that. Let's see what it looks like with the light off. Oh, that might be a bit dark, eh? Right. Oh no, it's pretty good. Let's see if I can take you up this way. Oh, love that corner on the left there. So pretty. Oh, I forgot to tell you, didn't I? This is a 40 by 80 centimeter canvas, which is a 16 by 32 inch. Yeah. So it's a nice size. It's a nice size to hang on your wall. Even in a smaller room, this could be really pretty in a bathroom. If you've maybe got some blue tiles or some green tiles, or maybe you've just got white tiles and then you've got maybe some blue towels. Yeah, it would look really pretty in a bathroom, wouldn't it? Okay, there you go. I'll leave it at that. I must take that globe out of the ceiling. It really bothers me. All right, that's enough for me. I'll see you for the next one. Not sure what I'm going to do next. I'll think of something new to do for you. Maybe I can keep practicing this swipe. It needs a name. What am I going to call it? The one where I tilt the white off. Any ideas? What can I call it? A swipe and tilt? Oh, I don't know. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.